This is the perfect morning routine for the students who don't really want to study much, but still want to get better grades than the nerds. So here's what you do. You wake up and straight ahead, you go to your work table. You don't even eat anything. That is important. You don't want to eat or consume anything. You can drink water, but make sure that your stomach is empty, because that would make you lose some focus. The next thing that you need to do is to take out the practice tests on each subject and just fill them out and repeat them. Repeat this process where you fill out the practice test on each subject that you need to do. And you do this every single morning, even on the weekends, so that you keep up the discipline and it becomes a second nature. It becomes essentially a part of your habits. For this routine to work, you need to offset your sleep schedule a little bit. So if you're right now waking up at 6 a.m., let's say that you will take 1 hour for the studying, so you put it at 5 a.m. That also means that you start sleeping a little bit earlier, so you don't go into sleep deficit, because that would be inefficient for your studying gains. Now, who am I? I'm Martin. I have never gotten a worse grade at the end of the school year than a B. I don't really like studying, but people always ask me, my parents ask me, when are you studying, Martin? I don't really like studying. I don't really study. What I did is I found the most efficient, most effective tactics, which is, in video games called meta, the meta strategies for learning, so that I could maximally optimize the way to learn without sacrificing my time and I can still do the things that I love to do, while still keeping the grades high, so I don't need to get into the problems of having low grades. So I have both best of the both worlds. I have the high grades while keeping my time. That's what I want you to achieve too. If that's what you're interested in, go to the link in the description and check it out. There is one understated problem you have when you're not ready for tests. That is stress, bro. It is really stressful when you don't know what there is going to be on the test. And even though when I'm learning and I already know a lot of the stuff, when there is a small slight part which I don't have the full confidence about, I get nervous, I get stressed, I get anxious. All of those feelings, the bad feelings, go away once I'm fully confident about the topics that are going to be on the test. Once I know that, they are gone. And that is the hidden benefit of this morning routine. Because you will not have these bad feelings when you go to school. There are going to be exactly 0 surprises that are going to be waiting on you in school. Because even if the teacher decided to give you a test, just a random test on the subjects that you have been working on, you will still get an A. Because you have been preparing for this every single day. Now, obviously, you can save even more time when you know if there are going to be tests or not. So on some subjects, some teachers will tell you when you write tests. On other subjects, you will not know. Now it is up to you how much you want to put towards this morning routine. You can do 15 minutes, hour and a half. And it is really the most efficient way, because when you wake up, you have full brain points. And with each decision that you make throughout the day, you spend a little bit of the brain energy, a little bit of the brain points. Now, as you spend them towards the end of the day, where most students learn, after school, they've already depleted all the brain points, all the energy. So that becomes a lot more inefficient too, you know. And the practice tests, those are also better, since it is not that really efficient if you're going to be just reading the notes over and over again, which I have been doing up until I got sick and tired of just doing the same inefficient, boring stuff. So taking practice tests is literally, quite literally, the most effective way to study right now. Now, obviously, if you want to see even more, like I've said, I've created a course. You can look at it down below. Check it out right now and also subscribe.